Hello, hello. What is going on, people, man? It is Saturday again, and I'm just throwing a few little tidbits out here as always, and you know how we do it. We just kind of go from there. So, cool. See how everybody's doing. Everybody's chilling out. I know the game's about to come on and all that good fun stuff. So, I know where it's gonna be at. Man, what's going on, man? Man, I need to get some tips from you, man. I don't know if you do personal training, man, but you need to open up shop, man. You letting too much money sit, man. You sitting on the gold mine, bro. Sitting on the gold mine. Asia, what's going on? The riser, what is up? So this gonna be my short, sweet edition, but I let people chime in. It's the chime in and stuff. Justine, what's going on? Andrew, what up? What up? So today, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I always say that, man, but then the feedback be so damn good, man, that we rocking and rolling, and Kush, what's up now? And then we just sharing stories and stuff, man. So it's always, So I was just running through 3 topics, and as always, anything I put up on here is usually derived from some conversation I've had during the week with somebody, or whether it's a problem. I'm always trying to solve some type of issue. So here we go. The issue is I wanted to talk about using non-copywritten music for videos. So I'm starting to see there's a big trend, right? A lot of us will put up videos. We might just be sharing information, or we might just be in our daily life or just something, whatever you want to film. And of course, you want some background music. You want something. It's like your own little TV show. So you want some background music to be better than the background. And the problem is, I know everybody puts up a disclaimer saying that I don't own the rights to that music, but I'm gonna let you know something. Stop doing that. That's not enough. That is not getting a license. That's not a way to get around not getting a actual license or permission to use the music. So if you are continually to you might want to have your jam in the background, you have to get permission for that. You have to get permission. And I know it seems kind of weird, because if you buy music, you feel like you should have the right to play that album in the background while you're doing the video feed. But the way copyrights and licensing and publishing and sync licensing and mechanical licensing, the way this whole publishing thing is set up, it's really, Chris, what's going on, man? It's really crazy now. You can't. It's not as simple as people think. Even with DJs, here's something a lot of people don't know. DJs, when they play at a club, the club pays a fee, and is charged per square footage of the facility that they're playing the music in. But the clubs have to pay to have the DJs come in and play whatever music is being played. So everybody has to pay. That's what protects them. So just because you're in your own home and you bought the CD and you decide to broadcast it, that's not enough. You have to get permission to use other people's music, because this is now a sync license, right? We're taking video and music or audio and putting those two things together. Now we're in this whole different environment of what to do. Well, how the publishing works. Anyways, this is not a publishing class. Here's the solution. If you do not have original music to put for your show, hit me up. Drago, what up, man? What up? So hit me up. If y'all need original music, I think today So I have an online music library where they're nothing but instrumentals. You can listen, pay, download, and bam, you know, it's you get it instantly, and you can rock out and do what you want to do with it. That website is the My Cousin Makes Beats site on there. So that's one solution for those. If y'all looking for music, go to the site. Y'all can download it. So actually, if anybody's on this feed today and they want an instrumental, it'll be at no cost for today for the license to use it. So all you have to do is you can inbox me or hit me with your email, and I'll go ahead and send out the track. Just let me know which track it is that you want to roll with. So I got a Monty Dre going here, man. Oh, this gonna get interesting. Oh man. Oh man. This gonna be one for the ages, man. Chad, what's going on, man? So yeah, that's my advice. If you need original music for your video feeds, hit me up, and I'll see what I can work out from today. I'll go ahead and release it. Buy him a beat, man. Mom, buy him a beat, man. Go ahead and grab a beat, man. Go to the website. Tell him to buy a beat, man. So the second thing I want to talk about is planning out. If you're an artist starting off, you know, you may not understand the event planning or the business side of it, right? As far as your knowledge goes, you can get a song recorded, you know how to perform, but you may not know what to do. He rich already, hell. Who told y'all that lie? Oh, no. When I'm dirty rich, I'm gonna buy my own planet, man. You ain't gonna hear me. So there you go. Rob Diggy, what up, man? So if you're planning your music out, if you're an artist and you're putting your music out, now is like the best time. Marion, what's up? Now's the best time to start planning out and doing your stuff. Here's why. January is a pretty hot month in the music industry, right? Or just in general. You got the Globe, you got award shows going on, you got Super Bowl going on, you got Super Bowl playoffs, and then you got the Grammys, more importantly, right? So everything in January is that fixated time where the music industry, all eyes are on the music industry. Here's the thing. It's the best time to start doing stuff because there's this immense like motivation when you watch the Grammys because you're paying attention to everything that's going on. It's kind of like the stock market. The same way you would treat the stock market, you have to treat the music industry the same way. You get books, you get billboards, you get to see who's hot, who's not, what's going on. You pay attention to the stuff. Now is the time to start planning stuff because these artists these nominees that you're going to see for the Grammys, they've already started on the next albums. They've already booking the next wave of shows for the year. So they've already been planning ahead. They've already had the nominations in, was it back in late October, late November. All these nominations and stuff have been in. So they've been working on the next project because they know the Grammys is a one-time event. That's just where we're going to go perform and be seen. But our next album, our next project has already started. Now, if you're not in that category with these people, you can still use their tactics. You can start planning out right now. It's January. If you're a performer, start trying to book gigs already for the spring and the summer because spring break's going to be coming up. School schedules towards May, June, they're going to lighten up a little bit. Summer comes around, everybody's out, right? Don't wait until May and June to try to book a lot of these summer events because you're going to be shocked that all these events are already taken up because bands have already booked them back in November and January. They not messing around. They know once they get seen, they have to sell the product. So my advice is you need to start planning ahead. Even from the local level, plan ahead. Small club venues, I don't know, events, park district, whatever event or place holds music events, you need to call them and start getting the ball rolling. Don't wait till the last minute. And then get some practice in. Do a lot of open mics. Anything where you have a stage, start taking advantage of these open mic nights, because you have to start somewhere. And that's kind of the best place to do it. For one, you get to see the competition. You know, locally, you see who's hot, who's not, whatever. But you start your connection there. Start your connection where you're at first. I know with the internet, it's real cool that we can reach people from thousands of miles away in different countries and stuff like that. That's cool. But if you can take care of your home market first, if you can conquer that battleground, it's a lot easier to do other things. It's just kind of how it goes. So Roger says, send the list. Yes. Send a list to the PRO. So what Arise is talking about is when you perform, if you have a PRO, if you're not familiar with that term, Performance Rights Organization, ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. They basically help collect the money for your performing rights. That's it in a nutshell. It's a lot deeper than that, but that's the simplest way that I explain to people is, hey, you go perform. These people are going to keep track of where you perform so you can get paid for the performance. There you go. Copyrights, publishing 101. So, yeah, when you do a live show, you can fill out a sheet. And Ariza, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while, but you should be able to get off your PRO website, or they might have a third-party site that has the forms for that. Send that into your PRO. So if you're booking out shows, if you got shows booked out for June, July, August, and the dates are confirmed, then start putting your list together so you can submit it to the PRO, and they can track you from there. So so that's the best advice I can give for artists starting off. Start doing all your stuff like now. Even when I get off of this feed, even before the what wild card game? Is it New England first? Before the game, even whatever, the stuff popping up. Start putting this stuff together now. Because you won't have any excuse. You can't hey Rob, no problem, man. You can't complain if you didn't get these shows booked because you waited to the last minute. So do that. That's about as deep I get with publishing. I mean, it gets deep, and then I get to a point where I do it enough to where I can get paid for the stuff, but I would rather pay the people that do it. So that being said, if there's any people in here that dig more into copyrights and publishing, y'all want to share it to any other artists, entertainment lawyers, if y'all in here, you know, chime in. Donald, what's going on? So I was saying the last part was the I kind of touched on the music like the stock market. If you're, we call, if you decide to take the plunge and, you know, you want to get into the music business, you have to treat it as a business. This part, you know, all this is the creative part. This is what the content derives from this. I'm creating the content, the song. That's cool. But I have to, once that song is done, you have to start shifting into business mode. You have to start shifting into business mode. What do I do with this product now? Josh, what's going on, man? So you got the song. You have to start strategizing, man. Put a plan together. What am I going to do with this song right now? Am I going to perform it? Am I going to sell it? Am I going to try to license it only? Am I just going to hand it out to friends? You know, what do you want to do with it? Oh, yeah, film royalties and music. So Rob would be the man for that. Tina, what's up as well? So film royalties and music, man. It's a lot of money in film, but it's not the easiest thing to get into. It's a pretty tight niche market. You know, if you got to think about it. What was it, Hans Zimmer? You got, you know, composers that's been doing this stuff 40, 50 plus years. You know, every big film that comes out, they're using the same. Rise is a lawyer. Y'all see how that works? Rise, you can share the wealth here. But Rob, going to that real quick. Yeah, you know, film's it's a big industry, but it's a really tight-knit industry because they have the same people are composing, correct me if I'm wrong, 80 to 90% of the scores that you hear for big blockbuster films, they go to the same people because they get guaranteed results. They don't really try to gamble on a new composer. You never really hear about, hey, this new hot composer out who's just taking over right now. You don't hear that often. But composers are slick, though. I'm going to tell you how they slick. They get that slick money because they'll do small projects, man. They'll do stuff you don't even think about. Stuff you probably never hear unless you like in a foreign market or something. Their thing is just adding up projects. They might do 3 or 4 films in a year, but they may have netted, 6 figures off of 4 or 5 films, and you've never heard of them. Because a lot of them don't really try to chase the fame with it. They're making a steady living doing it, and they roll with it. That being said, if you do want to get into film and television, number one, have your paperwork together. Number two, the music supervisor is usually your go-to person. It's not, knocking on George Lucas' door and be like, look, man, I got something we can add into that next Star Wars film. No. The music supervisor is the person that's making the decisions to what music is going to be placed in what scene, what film, whatever. Those are the people that you really want to go at. So if you know any good music supervisors, talk to them, learn their schedule, find out when shows are being, when they're being shot, when they're being wrapped up. You got to do your research. So that'll help out. So, Rod, yeah, they think they're going to hit pay dirt with they got to pay their dues. Yeah, it's don't get blinded by, you could make six figures composing music and film. I mean, you can make 6 figures doing just about anything if you do it long enough. Soundtrack music to film. There's a lot of different components to film. You got the score, you got the soundtrack. You might just do sound design. You're just doing sound elements that fits the film. Or you might just be doing cues. There's all kind of stuff that you can do to make money doing it. But the reality of it is, you gotta pay your dues. If you want to start off on it, if you have a good local market that's creative and a lot of people are shooting film and doing this and that, jump on that stuff. You just need to put your music. The key is get your music put in. Just get your music played and placed. I don't care if you got a local group of high schoolers that decide they want to put a little indie film together. Go holler at them. Be like, look, let me put some music into it. Y'all can use my catalog to help out. Because the power is in the youth. You never know, they're tech savvy, they're web savvy. You never know the music that you just put into that film. Feedback. Yeah. Don't turn it on unless you're going to play is a kind of general rule, right? But get up with these younger cats because when they put something together, when they put a video together, they're blasting it. They're on YouTube, they're sharing it. The friends got copies of it. And at the same time, your music is in it. So if you're not getting paid up front to do it, just make sure you got the paperwork and stuff situated so that when something does happen, your ass is covered. Cover your ass. Even if it's for free, at least make sure you got that paperwork and stuff put together or, you're kind of stuck. So my last thing I want to speak on music education. So I think for some of on the feed, it's been a pretty busy week, man. But I did a workshop at Urbana High School here in Champaign, Urbana. So at the Urbana High School, I did a music education workshop for the choir classes. And my mind was blown by 2 things. Number one, these kids are more in tune to what's going on than we actually know. I was asking them a question about how they feel about music on the radio. Most of these students don't even listen to what's on the radio. And I had to readdress that when they brought it down. I'm like, you know, I thought everything being made for radio is for the music industry people to say we're making music for the young people because you're the ones purchasing all the music. And when you're sitting in 3 different classes with about 30 plus students and they're all telling you the same thing, like, we don't listen to it like that. You know, we catch something every once in a while we like, but, you know, so I was like, well, how do y'all get music? What are y'all doing? Playlists. That's how they listen to their music. That's how they get their music. They share playlists. And they find the most obscure stuff. When they get on YouTube, they start doing searches. But while they're looking at the video that they found, what one of the students said, they pay attention to what's in the feed on the right. They've gotten all these suggestions from either YouTube or other viewers, and they're feeding off of that. They're just going and picking and listening. If they like it, they share it, and they keep the cycle going. That's what's going down, and that was kind of fascinating because I thought they were the ones buying the downloading, and you know, they're using playlists and stuff like that. So the music education part, it was fun, and what I want to drive home the most is don't sleep on the youth. Do not sleep on the youth. Even if you think the music on radio is not as good, you think you can change it. We can either complain about it or we can change it. That's just kind of how it works. Now, music education doesn't just have to be for school. You know, at the same time, this can be, if you're an artist, pick an instrument up, learn to play. Start with piano first is what I usually recommend to tell people. Rob, you're a guitarist, man. You know the drill. Guitar is a little bit harder to start off on. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little hard to start off with because, Jim, what's going on, man? Long time, buddy, man. High school, middle school, elementary, whatever. Jim, what up, man? So guitar is hard to start off with because it's pretty discouraging, right? There's a lot of technique. You got to have the right amount of pressure to put on each string. You got to make sure the damn thing is tuned first and foremost. And when if you don't know the basics of how to tune your guitar, each time you go to play that guitar and it sounds worse and worse every time you play it, it's discouraging. And a lot of people turn away from it because guitar, for any guitarist in here, it's a high maintenance instrument. It's high maintenance, man. You're changing out strings all the time. You're constantly cleaning it. You know, you have to rewire your jacks all the time. You know, they loosen up a lot. You have to keep them stored at the right temperature. You know, humidifiers and cases and fingeries and lube and all that stuff. They're high maintenance. But they're lovely, man. They're lovely. And you look cool on stage with a guitar. Yeah, I said it. You look cool on stage rocking the guitar, man. But starting off, piano. And the reason why, if you're a producer and you can, now I know a lot of software, especially with Logic, you know, you can write in notes. You don't have to play keys. You can write in the notes. It'll play it. If that works for you, that's cool. But imagine if you start off your first piano lesson and you just learn 3 chords: C major, D minor, E minor. Triads. You start off learning those 3 chords and you can start mixing that into your music. When you learn to play that faster than you can try to draw in the notes, it makes a difference. You're able to do things. You can voice lead it. You can do different things with the chord, and it expands your skill set. That's kind of what it does. Kelly, hey, what's going on? It expands your skill set, and you don't. The upside to starting on piano first is because you don't have to keep it in tune. Keyboards are tuned up, so you can, you know, constantly. It's going to be the way it is when you last left it. But learn guitar, learn both. Pozak, man, what's going on, cousin, man? So, you know, learn both if you can do it. Piano, just start off with the basics, and if you're a beat maker, just start adding in these chords to your beats, and you'll start to hear the difference. So in short, yeah, music education is just not a high school thing, a middle school thing. That's for anybody. I don't care if you've been 20 years into the game. You'd be surprised what you can learn by adding on a few chords, and you can push a production. So that's pretty much all I had on this segment. This it's always open to questions. If anybody got any questions, concerns, something that really pissed you off musically, or you keep hitting like this brick wall or something, you can shoot it off to me. More than likely, if I don't have an answer, I know how to get answers. I'm very realistic. If I don't know it, I don't show it. I get the info. But in short, yeah, if you got any questions, if it's music related, if it's audio questions or anything like that, maybe you have a home studio and you're trying to figure out how to get your gear to work better for you, feel free to inbox me. I can give you some pretty good recommendations on what gear to get and how not to break the bank. I'm trying to get into this crazy business that we call music and audio. So I'm signing off. That is all I got. I know the games are kicking in. Greg, man, our Bears ain't there this year because they're not there this year, man. But next year, right? We getting them next year, man. We'll see. So there it is, man. I'm signing off. If y'all got any questions, hit me up. If y'all need beats, hit the site. Enjoy the games and all that stuff. And y'all be cool. All right, I'm out.